Have you ever wondered what makes Japan so unique, so different from anywhere else in the world? From bizarre food creations to everyday innovations that make you think, why isn't this everywhere? Japan has it all. Stick around because we're about to dive into 7 mind-blowing things you'll only see in Japan. Trust me, you won't want to miss this. And hey, if you're enjoying the ride, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, and ring the bell so you never miss an amazing discovery. Let's dive in. Number 1. Steamed egg jelly. Have you ever wondered how Japan takes something as simple as eggs and turns it into a smooth, jelly-like delicacy? Well, in Japan, instead of frying eggs like most of us are used to, they have a unique method. Imagine pouring boiling water into scrambled eggs and stirring them until they become super foamy. Then, the mixture is placed in a steamer, and after about 8 to 10 minutes, it transforms into this velvety, smooth egg jelly. It's a perfect example of how Japan takes a traditional food and makes it totally innovative. This technique not only brings out a new texture, but creates a delicate, almost ethereal taste that's completely different from what you're used to. Now, this isn't just a fun food trend. Steamed egg jelly, known as chawanmushi in Japan, is often served in Japanese restaurants as a side dish, and it's a common part of formal meals like tea ceremonies. The process of gently steaming eggs, rather than frying them, preserves the delicate flavors and keeps the dish light. It's a perfect balance of tradition and modern-day creativity. You might wonder why this method is so popular in Japan, and it's because the country values subtlety in its culinary approach. Japanese cuisine is all about simplicity, but also about creating new experiences with familiar ingredients. This egg dish is a great example of that philosophy at work. This method and many other aspects of Japanese cuisine have been passed down through generations, and its influence can be seen in every corner of Japanese food culture. So next time you think about eggs, remember that in Japan, even something so ordinary can turn into something extraordinary. This information is gathered from various culinary sources and traditional Japanese cooking methods. Number 2. Bottle caps that stay attached. Imagine if you have ever noticed how something as simple as a water bottle can tell a huge story about where it comes from. Let's take Japan's everyday bottled water scene as a case study. Instead of the usual stuff, they've flipped the script. In many Japanese brands, you'll see caps that stay attached to the bottle even after opening. No more losing lids, no more extra pieces heading to landfills. According to packaging specialists, this kind of tethered cap design is part of a broader push to reduce plastic waste and make bottles genuinely recyclable. But there's more. Some companies in Japan have gone a step further. They've removed or significantly reduced labels on their bottles, leading to sleek, almost brand-free packaging. Minimalist, clean, and efficient. Less ink, fewer wrappers, and easier recycling. A Japanese water company reportedly introduced almost no label at all, simply relying on minimalist design to slash waste. This isn't just about aesthetics, it's about habits and resources. In Japan, there are strict recycling rules for containers and packaging, and manufacturers are pressured and genuinely motivated to reduce material use and make recycling smoother. So next time you pick up a bottle, think, why doesn't this design exist everywhere? Because in Japan it does. A cap that never becomes trash, a label that isn't cluttering the recycling line, a bottle that's not scrambling for identity but helping solve a global problem. That kind of forward-thinking design belongs in more places. Now, you might be wondering, where did all this come from? Well, this innovative bottle cap design and minimalist labeling approach are part of Japan's commitment to sustainability. You can read more about these efforts in reports from companies like Oishi Group and articles from places like Nation Thailand, where they dive into Japan's forward-thinking approach to reducing plastic waste. Number 3. Netting to catch dust and rocks. Imagine if you have ever watched a worker on the sidewalk trimming grass and thought, that's simple enough? In Japan, though, even that routine job has a twist that makes you stop and think. When city crews trim roadside grass, one person holds up a fine mesh net behind the mower. The net catches any flying bits of grass, dust, or small rocks right there. Nothing goes flying across the pavement, nothing hits a passing car or surprises a pedestrian. It's practical, it's thoughtful, and it's something you don't often see elsewhere. But it goes further than just nets. In some Japanese cities, the workers will set mini barriers or boards behind the trimming area, directing debris downwards instead of sideways. They'll also wear high visibility jackets and work in pairs. One trims, one keeps guard and watches for traffic, pedestrians, stray objects. After trimming, they often sweep or blow away the leftover debris so the sidewalk is clean and safe immediately. This approach highlights a mindset. Every task, no matter how small, values the safety and comfort of everyone nearby. Another source described how road maintenance in Japan pays extra attention to microhazards, like tiny stones kicked up by mowers. Source comes from a Japan municipal maintenance report discussed in industry forums. What this teaches us is that attention to detail, the sort of thing you might overlook, makes a big difference socially. A trimming job becomes a coordinated operation where safety, aesthetics, and respect for people collide. So next time you see a roadside crew, you might check whether someone is holding a net or setting up barriers. In Japan, they are. And it isn't just personal preference. It's part of a broader culture of anticipate what could happen and prevent it. This wonderful Japanese practice of using nets to catch flying debris and ensure safety comes from Japan's meticulous approach to public safety and road maintenance. Number 4. Vending machines. Everywhere. Have you ever walked through a city and stumbled upon a vending machine in the most unexpected place? In Japan, you can find them practically everywhere. With over 5 million vending machines spread across the country, roughly one for every 23 people, Japan holds the title for the highest density of vending machines in the world. It's not just about grabbing a quick snack. These machines are a testament to Japan's culture of convenience, offering everything from drinks and snacks to hot meals, fresh fruit, and even clothing. Picture this. You're walking through the streets of Tokyo on a chilly day, and there it is, a vending machine offering hot canned coffee to warm you up. Or maybe you're in Osaka on a scorching summer afternoon, and you find a machine dispensing chilled green tea. It doesn't stop there. When it starts to rain, you can find vending machines stocked with umbrellas or even rain caps, so you're never caught unprepared. And it's not just in busy cities. Even remote rural areas are home to vending machines, often providing essential items when convenience stores are miles away. These machines don't just sell the usual snacks and drinks. In Japan, you can find hot meals, fresh fruit, and even regional specialties. They're designed for speed, ease, and reliability, fitting perfectly into the busy lifestyles of Japanese people. The reason behind this high vending machine density is a mix of Japan's technological innovation, dense population, and trust in public spaces. People know these machines are safe, well-stocked, and ready to serve, making them a practical part of daily life. This vending machine culture, with its variety and convenience, is a unique aspect of Japan, offering insight into how automation can seamlessly integrate into daily routines. You can read more about it in reports from Business Insider and Japan Guide, where they explore Japan's love for automation and its benefits in everyday life. Number 5. Capsule hotels. Have you ever found yourself arriving late in a city, weary and just needing a spot to crash for the night? Then imagine doing so in a tiny, futuristic pod instead of a full hotel room. That's exactly the experience you'll find in Japan with the capsule hotel. In the late 1970s in Japan, they pioneered this concept, a stack of bed-sized capsules instead of traditional rooms. The first one opened in Osaka in 1979, designed by architect Kisho Kurakawa. Here's how it gets practical. You walk into the lobby, check in, slip off your shoes, and head to your own snug pod, just big enough for a bed, a small TV, maybe some controls, and privacy from the curtain or door in front of you. Bathrooms and showers are communal, so the capsule itself is purely for resting. Because space is at a premium, especially in cities like Tokyo or Osaka, this setup is ideal for a solo traveler who just needs a safe, clean sleep while staying efficient. It's especially popular for those who might have missed the last train home and need somewhere to stay without booking a full-sized room. But the idea isn't just about size, it's about clever design. Some newer capsule hotels include blankets, a power socket, mood lighting, and even a small workspace. You get all the essentials without paying for space you won't use. And because of how common this has become, you'll find capsule hotels not just in Tokyo, but in other cities across Japan, often near train stations or in business districts. This trend also speaks to Japan's forward-thinking approach to accommodation, making efficient use of space, offering safe sleep options for late-night arrivals, and embracing technology and minimalism all in one. The concept has grown internationally, yet it truly originated in Japan and remains most fully realized there. The source of this information comes from architectural and travel documentation on capsule hotels in Japan. Number 6. Sumo wrestling. Imagine the first time you sat in the stands, wondering what's happening before and after two enormous athletes charge at each other in a small clay ring. In Japan, watching a sumo wrestling match is more than a sport. It's a ritual steeped in history and meaning. The wrestlers, called rikishi, stomp their feet, spread salt, raise their arms wide, and pause, staring at each other in a silent challenge. The moment the charge begins, the fight can last only seconds, yet the build-up makes it unforgettable. The origin of this spectacle dates back some 1,500 years, beginning as a Shinto offering to the gods and evolving into the modern ring of today. Here's how you make it practical for your viewers. Imagine you're in Tokyo's Ryogoku Kokugikan Arena, the euphoria of the crowd, the roof like a shrine, the wrestlers in their dramatic kesho mawashi, ceremonial aprons, the ring entering ceremony before the real bouts. You feel the tension, you hear the salt crackle, you see bodies collide, and when one wrestler falls, you sense centuries of tradition behind that moment. It's unique to Japan. There's more to this than the fight itself. The lifestyle of these athletes is highly structured. They live in stables, wear traditional topknots, and follow strict rules in public and private life. The ring itself, the dohyo, is a ritual clean, elevated with rice straw bales, treated almost as sacred ground. Every step, every gesture, echoes a culture that honors respect, strength, and tradition. For your audience, this means it's not just a sports event, it's a live slice of Japan's heart. When you say, "You'll only see this in Japan," this is one of the clearest examples. The details above come from cultural overviews and historical sources on sumo in Japan. Number 7. Cherry blossom viewing, hanami. Have you ever experienced the magic of sitting under a blooming cherry tree, surrounded by soft pink petals drifting in the breeze. In Japan, this moment isn't just beautiful, it's a deep rooted tradition known as hanami, or cherry blossom viewing. Every spring, as the cherry trees bloom, people gather in parks across the country, celebrating the fleeting beauty of the blossoms in a ritual that's both joyful and reflective. Imagine yourself in a vibrant park in Tokyo or Kyoto. The air is crisp, and you find a spot under the delicate, flower covered branches of a cherry tree. Families, friends, and colleagues are all around you, sharing picnics filled with seasonal treats. You might have a bento box with pink rice balls, sakura mochi, a sweet made with cherry blossoms, or other special foods, all while sipping tea or sake. It's a time to connect with nature and each other, to laugh and appreciate the fleeting beauty of the blossoms, which last only a short time before falling to the ground. It's said that this transient beauty represents the fleeting nature of life itself. But the significance of Hanami goes beyond just a picnic in the park. The tradition, which dates back to at least the Nara period, 710-794 CE, symbolizes more than just the arrival of spring. It's about appreciating life's impermanence. The cherry blossoms bloom, reach their peak, and then fall, all within a week or two. This natural cycle reminds people of how precious and transient life is, which is why Hanami is not just a spring pastime, but a cultural practice deeply connected to Japanese values of mindfulness and reflection. Next time you think of Japan in spring, imagine the sight of the streets and parks transformed by a sea of cherry blossoms, the air thick with the scent of flowers, and the sounds of people enjoying one of Japan's most beloved traditions. The story of Hanami comes from centuries of Japanese cultural and natural observations. The source of many of these details comes from tradition studies and travel culture writers covering Japan's spring festivals. So there you have it, 7 incredible, one-of-a-kind experiences you'll only find in Japan. From the serenity of Hanami to the efficiency of capsule hotels and the unique traditions of sumo, Japan is a country where every detail is steeped in history, culture, and innovation. These practices aren't just quirks, they represent a way of life that is both timeless and forward-thinking. If you found these insights fascinating, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, and ring the bell so you never miss out on more amazing cultural discoveries. Japan has so much more to offer, and I'm here to bring it all to you. Until next time, keep exploring and embracing the beauty of the world around you.